Okay, as you start typing these into your calculator, just call them out once you've got them. One for the first one, yes. Mm-hmm. For 10 to the 2, yeah? Yep. Yeah. For this one? No, it shouldn't be 200. It's 1,000.
Oh my gosh, that's 10,000. And then it's 100,000.
So please note this is not 4, this is 3.1. So you're gonna get a decimal now.
1,258.92.
Thank you.
1,584.89.
Yep. And last one?
How are you guessing these? 1,995.26.
Thank you. All right. Now what I want you to do is take the black numbers and put them into the log function. So I might need to come around and make sure you've got it. So what I want you to do now is find log. If you're on a CAS calculator, you'll have a box in the middle. You'll need to put the number 10 into that box. So if you're on a CAS calculator, this is called the base. You are always going to take your logarithms to base 10 in this class. So I want log of 1, log of 10, log of 100, log of 1,000, etc. Yeah, press log first. All right, I'll just make my way around. Make sure you found the log button.
My days, I found a log button. Damn, it's zero. That's crazy.
Okay, great. Looks like you found the log button. Now, I hope you didn't just stop at log one. Yeah, I wanted you to keep going. Maybe I wasn't clear enough. So let me know once you see the pattern. Okay, what do you think the pattern is, Jess? Yeah. Yes. Okay. All right. So go ahead and fill it in. See if you believe Jess. All right, Mac, can you give us another number that belongs in this table? So I filled out the first two. Can you give us another one? Two where? Okay. Bruce, can you give me another one? Jai, give us another one. Quickly put it in. Let's go for this one. So Jai, press the log button, then type in the number 1258.92. Yes. So Jai, make sure you get it. Did it actually say 3.1 though? So just out of curiosity, if you type this in, you probably didn't get 3.1 exactly. Did you calculate around it maybe? Yeah, okay, all right. That makes my life easier. It's actually not going to be exactly 3.1 because we cut the number off. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, so this is what you should get. Okay, so let me go back to the original question which Jess answered. What does the logarithm do? It finds the little number. That's right. Reverse. That's right. So so if you're on a scientific calculator, which is I think that's what you've got, AJ, you don't need the little 10. Just use log. Maybe I should write that in the notes here. Okay, and I'll write a quick note here on a scientific calculator. Just use. AJ, did you get it to work? Yep. Okay, so if I could have your attention now, Emily, Tyler. So, um, I don't know if they teach logarithms in the year 10 course. Did you learn this last year?
No.
Okay, so that's fine. Um, Logarithms come up most commonly in science. Um, so sorry if you're not doing science. Um, there, there is something that you may have heard of. It's called the Richter scale for earthquakes. So you don't have to write this down. So the Richter scale, which is used for earthquakes, here's something like this. So every time the number goes up by 1, it's 10 times stronger. So even though the number 7 is 2 larger than 5, it's actually 100 times stronger. Does that make sense? So you're timesing by 10 twice. So um, the Richter scale is an example of a logarithmic scale.
Is that like a magnitude?
Yes, we're actually going to use that word later. Yeah. Okay, so let's focus. The sooner you pay attention and show me that you're listening, the sooner I get done with this, and then you can do your own thing. Hopefully work. So Ben, you ready? Mac, are you ready? All right. So I'm going to define something called the order of magnitude. So a question you might be asked is, what is the order of magnitude of the number? I need a large number. Is there a large number that's like meaningful to you?
Oh, 222. 412. 222.
Okay, maybe that was a bad idea. Let's just stick with that, okay? 69,696. Okay, so we haven't done scientific notation yet. We're doing that next term. So you could do it this way. So that's 10 to the 5. If you don't know how to do that, that's fine. You're supposed to have learned it, but I understand that we don't always learn the things that you're taught. I know because I teach. So if you're able to write it like that, the order of magnitude is the index there. And the order of magnitude is 5. That's one way to do it. Yeah, so I'm not going to worry about that because you don't have to do it that way. If you already know scientific notation, then you can do it this way. But the way that I'm going to teach you today is just to use the logarithm. So what I want you to do is type this number into the log function, chuck it in, and see what you get. You should get 5 points. Sorry, not 3.322, 33,000. 33222. Chuck 222. Yeah, so put that into the log.
Yeah, mine just repeats the exact thing.
Does it give you an exact value?
No, it just repeats.
Okay, can you press Control Enter to get a decimal? Yes.
Oh, there we go.
4.5.
4.521.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I did it wrong. Yeah, it's not, it's 4 here. So the answer is 4. Sorry. 4.5. So what you do is you look at the first number before the decimal points. And you don't round it.
Wait, so should we write down what is the order of magnitude of the 33222?
Yeah. So your answer is 4.
Can you split that?
Yeah, of course. That's why I'm here. Yeah. Alright, so a couple more seconds to get that down, and then we'll wrap up with one more example. Okay, can I continue writing? Do you need more time? How much more time? Well, I can put this on Teams right now after the session's over. Okay? Yeah. Okay, last example, and then we're finished for Unit 1. Okay, so keep in mind the pattern that we saw on the first page. This time, I'm not going to give you the power. Ben and Maddie, I think you're being quite silly. So I'm going to ask you to stop, pay attention before I ask you to move. Okay, so here we go. If log of y, we'll say base 10, is 5, find y. If log of y, yep, just leave the gap. Yep, because we'll fill in the solution there. If log of y is 2.7, y, you've got a question? Go ahead.
Why is there a 10?
So you can ignore the 10.
But why
The reason why I've put it there is because if you're using a CAS calculator, you need to type it in. Yeah. If you do maths methods, you use different numbers to 10. We will only use 10. Okay, I guarantee you I will ask a question like this next week and on the exam. The exam in 2 weeks. No, the Unit 1 exam.
What happens if I fail my exam?
Nothing.
I need to talk to you about that.
Okay. Oh, yeah, leadership program? Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay. So, does anyone have any ideas how we might solve one of these questions? Think back to the first page where we wrote all the numbers. Tyler? Oh, okay. This is a safe place to be wrong. The only way to learn in maths is to get things wrong. If you're always getting things right, that means you're not learning anything.
No, if there's a 10, would it just be 10 to the power of 5? You stole it from me.
Okay?
Or would it be 2.7 to the power of 5?
That's right. Think back to this, okay?
What if
So think about it this way. Here, I've given you the orange number. I didn't give you the number here. I want to find that number.
Oh, so you reverse.
I'm reversing, that's right.
I said,
Okay? So if I write on the board here,
yeah, that's
if I have a number, if I do this, if I do 10 to the power of that number, the way to reverse it is to take log 10 of that number.
Oh, so it's just when you have to put it into the 10 to the power 2.
That's it. It's actually really simple. Okay? Alright? The trouble is, what I found was that after I taught this to all my year 11 students last year, they all forgot it. So we'll see whether you remember it next week.
I don't know about that.
Okay? So it literally is just 10 to the 5. That's 100,000. 10 to the 2.7. Okay, so if I could just get someone to read out those numbers, that would be helpful. 10 to the 2.7. Thank you. And the next one should be a decimal smaller than 1. Sorry, one person?
0.05.
Yep.
Wait, I have another question, sorry.
Yes?
So what happens to 5 to the power of 10?
So, see this number here?
Yeah.
Now it appears here.
Oh, sorry, and then that's...
See how I'm always using 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you're always going to use 10.
That's the number that we use.
Yes. Okay?
Thanks. Is this hard?
It's not meant to be hard.
Yes.
Make sure you've got notes for the test next week and you'll be fine. All right, year 11s, congratulations. That is the end of Unit 1 content. So, I'm going to. So the test next Tuesday. The test next Tuesday is meant to be a straightforward test with no trickery. Okay, I'm just going to change the numbers in the textbook questions. One bound reference. You could take your textbook in. Wouldn't advise it. I will mark the exam I will give it back and it will be in your report.